So as we approach the other side, I just want to go through exactly where we got our guideline from. The last section, we work forward. So the last section we cut at the back, we're going to use that as our guideline, and we're going to be moving it slightly off its own base onto the new section's base to ensure our horizontal section is round and we're not building length and weight horizontally. Be sure to keep removing the previous section, so you are only working with 2 sections each time. So as we cross-check, we're just going to work on a slightly different elevation. So you can see that my shape is following the head shape. Now we have both sides completed, we're going to start our final zone. When we said disconnected, what we really mean is we're going to utilize the apex section as a guideline, but we're going to be working horizontally square with our cutting line, which means that as the section underneath has followed the head shape, it means that part of this section will disconnect with the section above it. So why do we do this? We do this really for 2 reasons. One is that we want there to be length towards the front of our shape. Another reason is that we have the recession of the hairline to contend with, and we don't want it to look longer in the middle of the forehead and shorter at the sides. So to ensure that we equalise the effects of this shape due to the irregular hairline, we're going to work square. So let's start. The first areas we're going to work on are the 2 side ones. To do this, we release it and we take our section running from the front all the way back. We're now going to utilise a guideline underneath this section by pulling my owl section directly straight out. We can utilise the section not only underneath, but we can utilise the section from the crown. So as I cut the final section, you could see I still had a guideline underneath, but I didn't have the guideline underneath when I got to the front. So if I pull these sections out, you can see that it is longer on top than it is underneath. So this is really what I meant by disconnection. We'll take our next section, section 2. Now you have a choice to make. The choice you want to make is how heavy do you want the top to look, and our elevation is a key mechanic to controlling this. If we lift the section each time, we're going to get a more uniformed effect. If we keep bringing it to the same guideline each time, we're going to get a more heavier effect. We definitely want a more uniform effect to this shape, as it will blend in better to the rest of the haircut. As we're working with a uniform effect, our sections are lifted. So our guideline is lifted directly off its base, and our section is then brought directly to that section. This will mean that the section above will still be slightly longer. Take our final section. what you can really see from that first section is I relied very heavily on the guideline from the back, opposed to the guideline underneath. As I was cutting in a flat line, but my underneath section was not flat, it was following the head shape. Remember, your elevation is the control we're going to use to move the head up and down. Here, we're working more uniformed, but still building length vertically. But if you really wanted a much heavier shape, it would be your elevation. It would be the main mechanic to achieve this. Once both sides are complete, we have a nice strong shape connecting our horizontal